Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. We have a free for you all here on the Calais Battery. Very popular modded map here set on the western front. At Calais, obviously. Let's go through the players. Representing the allies today, we have Joshua Bunton as the United States without a commander church yet. We have Storm 60, also the United States without a commander. And on the northern flank, we have Fortune Blouse as Royal Armored Regiment with anvil specialization for the Commonwealth. Representing the Axis, we have Iker at 19, going straight again with like the Division for the Wehrmacht. Serek as Sturm Tactics for the Waffen-SS, going straight for Wallonians. And on the northern flank, we have SL1N as Ostdivision for the Wehrmacht. We're going to see a lot of Eastern Europeans going to script to fight against the Western Allies here along the beaches of, well, northern France, I imagine. Storm Pioneers are quickly pushing up here. I think these Echelon don't want to... Oh, they took out one of the Storm Pioneers quickly, though. And they lost the cover. Oh, so these Echelon actually did a good job there. I think the Storm Pioneers got pushed too far up too quickly. You know what? You definitely don't want to do that. Right, been moving forward there to supplement. Well, the Germans have secured the southern flank with a typical 1-1-1 start. We have Volksgrenadier and Grenadier. So they have a little bit of everything. Northern flank has Volksgrenadiers and Osttruppen. So the Osttruppen are being used for rear capture duty. Not really, they're just moving straight to the front. Okay. Well, the British are having some shots fired there. But Germans are going to have to fight a little bit hard here. Or should I say Wallonians are going to have a fight hard here to push the Americans out the center. We have a Kuppelwagen though, but M1 Garand's opening fire. The M1 Garands do fire slower now due to the nerf to them until you get to the first tier, where they can then upgrade where they increases their fire rate at all ranges by 50%. But United States Riflemen are not as devastating anymore. We also have a commander choice. Looks like it's range here because I recognize that's the mountain infantry. Ooh, yeah, and you can really see they're not cutting down the Volksgrenadiers nearly as fast anymore here at the first tier. So you don't risk losing infantry immediately to the Americans early game, which I do think is a nice change. But the Germans are moving to overrun the southern flank here, fighting against the US of the Armored, I think. Yeah, as US Armor. Okay, so we have a lot of potential tanks late game for the United States of America. And we have some Americans trying to flank around here on the Wallonians. Wallonians managed to push the Rathman back, but the Realism are getting up right behind them and now opening fire. Ooh, getting some very good shots in there. And a dead Wallonian.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
The Osttruppen are digging in up here alongside the Pioneers, as the British slowly try to encircle around the Germans. We also have a machine gun coming from the United States. Looks like it's a normal 30 cal. Wallonians push the Echelon back. Triple Wallonians coming onto the field here now for the Waffen-SS. It is a cheaper infantry you can utilize, so... See, British Riflemen should be able to win long-range engagement here. British troops are really damn potent at long range thanks to their Lee Enfield rifles. And these are just Osttruppen after all, so they're very poor quality infantry. We do have an MT-34 here, but it looks like it's going to have to move. There's just too much accurate rifle fire coming their way. Okay, well, we have a machine gun here, an MT-42 here for the Wehrmacht on the southern flank. Jeep is trying to get up, but it's going to get mowed down. Yeah, MG42 and the grenades was too much. Rifle grenade finishes it off. A very good job there from the southern flank. More Volksgrenadiers trying to get close here. American Riflemen are trying to open fire, but they don't have the upgrade yet, I think. Pineapple going out though. But as you can see, they're not nearly as potent anymore in the game. Are they taking up? They are, so they should get the upgrade once they take up to increase the fire rate of all riflemen by 50%. But the Americans have suffered early on. British have done a good job on their flank though. We also have an early pack arriving here for the Ostdivision. A pack 36. Ek is opening up here on the German infantry. Already surprising the Grenadier. Hitting them, they have to get out of there.
Production upgrade accomplished.
You don't want to stay in a place where you are just pinned, because you can't really do much while you're pinned, if actually anything at all. British rifle sections are getting closer. Throwing a mill bomb over the hedges. Oop, but there is a German machine gun in there. British infantry don't want that fight. Almost losing them right there. They might lose them here to this command car. Yep, that was a pretty powerful command car. And while the Valonians are ducking in the center here. Americans trying to figure out what to do, but they have pulled in a ranger squad. We are seeing US Army Rangers in the field. We're also getting the upgrade now to increase the fire rate of all their basic infantry. Good to see. Command car quickly pushing up here to support against the British. Very nice. Definitely helping the Ostdivision there quite a bit. And the British cannot really do much with this armored car at the moment. We are seeing a Jeep trying to come here, and it's armed with a 50 caliber. And the 50 caliber will chew through this command car because it doesn't have Radpanzer. Oh, it's getting very close to it. Cannot fire, it's too close. There we go. Cutting into it and killing it. Very nice job there with the 50 caliber. I don't underestimate a Jeep with a 50 caliber machine gun. Americans start to flank in here. Using the BAR. Lots of German infantry trying to get in the way though. Good pineapple. One American squad goes down, the other one manages to go away. We have the requisition upgrade here. Looks like we do. The Americans on the summer flank should also be fighting better. Sturmgewehr now been loaded onto the Valonians. But the 50 caliber Jeep, they actually got some good shots off there. Like as I say, the 50 caliber is really strong. But now some shots getting in on it. It is a big machine gun though. The Valonians are getting cut down, they've been suppressed. It's a veterancy-free Jeep now. I rarely see Jeeps getting that veteran. Oh, Panzerbüchse, that will kill it. Unless the 50 caliber just mows down to the Pioneer squad entirely. Holy shit. Don't underestimate a 50 caliber. He'll also cut into this half track. Shit, it's reloading. Oh, lay off that gunner though. And that goes. Like 50 caliber Jeeps are potent. All 50 caliber machine guns are just dangerous to face. Always remember that. Oh, good rifle grenade there from the Grenadier. Even armed with an anti-tank rifle. Although I don't think the British are using many armored vehicles at the moment, despite being armored. We are seeing the King's Own Yorkshire light infantry called in. A unique regiment available, a unique unit available to British Royal Armoured. And equipped with a nice bit of weapon. They're being equipped with a Bren Mark 1 at the moment. They're just overall a better rifle section, I think. Or at least they feel like they're very unique. Half track coming up. Half track here for the United States as well. Also armed with a 50 caliber. This German half track needs to be cautious. Big push here with some armored infantry as well for the United States and lots of riflemen. They're doing a very big infantry push here. Rangers are getting double BAR. Looks like the Rangers are going for a lot of automatic firepower here. Valonians are not good at farewell and frontal engagements against this, I think. As the Valonians are lacking AT equipment. Armor-piercing equipment, rather. They do have a half-track, but that's just an MG42. And the 50 caliber could shoot straight through it. They have suppressed the gunner, but... Oh, 50 caliber shot hits there! Killing the gunner of the half-track. Like as I said, don't underestimate 50 caliber machine guns. We are seeing a Panzer F1 arriving though. There it goes. Rangers have to pull out of there. And the British are still moving up here. Yorkshire line infantry quickly pushing up. We also have a lieutenant arriving in a half-track here for the Royal Armoured. For some reason manned by Soviet gunners, which I think is just a visual, which is just not an intentional thing. It should be manned by I assume British forces, but I guess it's not at the moment. It might just be an oversight. Artillery being called in here by the British lieutenant. Probably aimed around here for the machine gun. There's nothing wrong in double teaming in team games. It's a team game after all. If the other flank isn't being pressured, they can relocate troops to support. Also because they really did need the support in the center, it feels like. I don't think the Valonians were able to do enough.
Combat unit ready.
Now the northern flank of the Wehrmacht might be in trouble. The British decide to push up.
Fueled and ready.
Yeah, it's Panzerfaust and the Volksgrenadier though. Pack for a second, opening fire, destroying the AF truck. Well, the British are trying to push up here with their Bren guns. F1 flanking. Good utilization of the F1 here. Well, the Valonians have secured the main flank here now, the main center here. Armed with lots of Sturmgewehrs. So many Sturmgewehrs. Like, that's a lot of firepower coming in the Americans here. F1 has to pull back there. Got hit by an AT shell. Oh, we have a flank here with the half-track. Icar is really good at supplementing the allies, as Leichte. Kind of makes sense with Leichte because you have to be very mobile. So good utilization of their actual commander here. Panzergrenadiers are trying to get some shots in. Machine gun also turning around though, so that Panzergrenadier might be in trouble. Oh, F1 moving in, and we have more we have stormtroopers here on the half-track. Great though. Almost friendly fire there. But stormtroopers aren't entirely with Sturmgewehrs and a half-track. That's a very potent drive-by unit. AT rifle though, got to get shit in. Also, that's a little bit too early to say, I think, Storm 60. They're just supporting each other as they should. It's a team game after all. And as the rest of the flank isn't being pressured, they can push up. And so very good counterattack and coordination here by the Germans. I think the British have stabilized their flank though. The Americans are preparing to push up. Remember, these these Valonians have no AT equipment unless they can get close. This half-track is actually going to be very potent against them. Just slowly cutting into them with its 50 caliber. Just don't get too close because the troops on the side will still get damaged. And the Valonians are doing a full retreat. The American Rangers are ready to push up again further up. Do a machine gun set up here by the Ostdivision. Try and keep the British at bay. Stuart tank coming out here for the Royal Armoured. If we're gonna help a little bit, but there is a Pack 40. Is that the Pack 36? That's the Pack 36. We also have a German sniper, a unique unit available to Ostdivision now, I think, and I also think infantry.
We have lost an MG team.
So the sniper is slowly trying to get some shots out. I mean, it doesn't look like it's had a lot of success at the moment. Feels like it's not actually killing that many. There we go, kill somebody. Oh, that's not the fight the sniper wants, I feel like. Yeah, especially not at that range. He wants to fall further back. Half-track pushing very forward here on the Germans because they have nothing to stop it. The Sturm tactics just don't have any AT equipment. F1 pushing up though, taking it out. They could throw a satchel here. That's what they're going for. Nice. And bang! Very nice there. Very good from the Rangers. They get cut down though from the flank here by the Grenadiers and Volksgrenadier. Let's see, more of the King's Own Yorkshire has been called in, and here we have the Stuart, an American light tank also provided to the British, available to certain British commanders like the Armoured, I'm pretty sure. Using shrapnel rounds at the moment, or canister rounds. So it's actually a giant shotgun. Very, very effective against infantry at short to medium range. They can hit. Boom on the field though, getting very close to these ranges. These ranges have no AT equipment. Trying to flank the Stuart, got a good shot in there.
Armored vehicle gone.
Rangers have to pull back. Here comes the Valonians trying to cut them down. Yeah, and Ranger got shut down there. German sniper still around. Oh, we do have an A2 Sherman arriving. That's going to be a potentially big deal. Being equipped with the 50 caliber on top. Artillery called in around here.
The enemy has destroyed an anti-tank gun.
Let's see. King's Own Yorkshire's also getting some good shots in. Lieutenant calling in an artillery strike under fire. Probably not the best of ideas, but it might be able to go off. We've got artillery going in. Forcing the British back for at least a little bit. The F1 pulling back for repairs again. Looks like the Germans are getting a little bit more of an armored presence, which will help. Command F1 on the field here. This one is actually pretty good for Sturm because it's armed entirely with high explosives. So it's amazing to deal with infantry, but it has no chance of fighting tanks. And the Americans do have a tank here. It has been immobilized though, but that's a quick repair away. Ooh, Puma got took a shot there. Not sure what that Puma is planning on doing. Yeah, got taken out. Also, another Sherman arriving and some Ranger recon. Ranger recon is a very potent squad in my opinion. Let's see, MP4 just loaded here on the Fox Grenadiers, trying to get some shots in, but that's a lot of British infantry here dug in.
Sherman Firefly complete.
And that British mortar is starting to try and prove itself, isn't it? Hasn't got any kills yet, but it's just being a nuisance. We'll stop moving up here with an egg grenade. Ooh, American infantry taking some losses there to the Panzer Grenadiers. The Panzer Grenadiers are also suffering heavily.
Armor here.
Sherman fixed. Now the Americans have 2 Shermans ready. We also have a Major on the field without his tank for the armored. Okay. Germans don't have Thunder Run yet, so they cannot just overrun the German infantry yet. But they do have 3 machine guns, 2 30 cals and a 50 caliber, so that's a lot of fire support to deal with the German infantry and suppress them. And they see this Sherman and immediately run away. But the Germans are still trying to dig in up here, but I don't think they can last for long if the British decide to be very aggressive. They have got their own Sherman. Sherman Mark 5 is arriving here, the Lend-Lease. I think it's basically the exact same one as the this one. Not exactly, it looks like. Let's see, M4A3, and this is an M4A4. So this is actually a little bit of a better Sherman, I think. As a stat-wise, it doesn't look like there's that much difference. The artillery going here around the Ostdivision. Ooh, very nice. Half-track coming up for the Ostdivision. Repairs going in around the German tanks. Goliath being called in. Mobile track mine. Very potent little weapon. Panzer IV also arriving here for the Leichte. And we have the F1 trying to make a push down here with some Panzer Grenadiers in a half-track. We're gonna try and make an opening here. Threaten another flank. Very nice to see. High explosives here loaded. Oh, they got stunned. Oh, they lost the tank, but they did take out the crew. And now the Panzer Grenadiers can cause issues. Americans are trying to relocate, and they have gotten their own Sherman 76.
Just took out. Enemies are swarming.
Yeah, the half-track doesn't want that fight popping smoke. But he still got hit! Malone is also being in the main line of fighting. Goliath trying to push up here. They know it's there though, I think. You know, Goliath's not good against factions with 50 caliber machine guns. Because the 50 caliber machine guns can damage the Goliath. 30 caliber and such cannot though, to my understanding. So it is armored enough to essentially survive basic shots, but 50 calibers is just a level above that. Goliath has not been spotted there yet.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining
Big fighting on the southern flank here. American infantry is trying to push up. Armored infantry way in the head. Looks like the Sherman did get stuck though. Lost its tracks. Goliath is just waiting. Half-track arriving here for the Ost Division, but I'm not sure it's gonna help much at this point. The British could be building up for a push. They do have several Mark 5s picking out that half-track. We have a light infantry gun here for the storm tactics to try and provide some kind of pressure. Sherman is slowly creeping up. Germans are still trying to fight against the Sherman 76. Double EC8s coming up for the armored company behind us. Oh, rockets from a Raketenwerfer landing. Didn't do much damage to the Mark 5s. Oh yeah, the Panzer IV-H is probably all the Germans really have on the northern flank that can keep all this allied armor at bay. Goliath trying to make a go for it. Oh, got shut up. Very cheeky. Cool to see Goliath though. We rarely see Goliaths utilized, I feel. It's a very specialized weapon, to say the least. Oh, mortar shell hits right on the Lieutenant, almost killing his entire unit. Water coming up here for the Germans to probably do some counter barraging. Propaganda artillery going in up there. It looks like the Germans are trying to make a small push of some kind. Why am I yawning? Why am I yawning? Oh. Not even that late when I'm recording this. Artillery calling here from the lieutenant, probably. Oh, it's around here, okay. It didn't seem like it did that much. Panzer IV-H here, being overrun by Shermans. That's a lot of Shermans, even a Centaur for some anti-infantry and anti-air support.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
Pillbox might lose its gunner here. Yeah, got her down. And the Shermans also pushing through the center here. Storm tactic troops are trying to get close, but that's not going to be an easy fight. Goliath is going to try and go for it, getting around the corner, but the 50 calibers will cut into it if it gets close. Oh, it's hidden. Oh, it's been spotted. They saw it was there briefly. You know, the Shermans from the British are pushing up aggressively. The northern flank of the Germans is collapsing.
The mortar team has been killed.
British Sappers tractor moving up here. There's a booby trap though, killing one of them. HQ might go down. Panzer IV-H is trying to rapidly dig it up there and supplement. And the Shermans are pushing up here on the other flank. Looks like the Goliath went down. That's also only Command F1, which is not going to do anything against A2s.
We have lost contact with a heavy tank.
And the German recon squads are being cut down here. Meanwhile, the British armored is pushing up pretty aggressively. One Sherman down. Panzer IV-H has to be cautious though. Artillery landing. Just mortar shells. A2 pushing up here on the Panzer 48. Missed a shot there. A2 getting awfully close. Over penetration on the Sherman, but we also have the US tank company pushing on the southern flank here with EC8s and the 76. Actually, it's just EC8s. Holy shit, okay. We're going in on the German positions. Also, the American infantry has died, though. I don't think the EC8 should push up without infantry support. But they seem to be doing well enough. The Germans have lost their nerve. They need to pull back for more support and some repairs. Hands for H moving forward. Jumbo coming up behind us for the Rangers. A very up-armored Sherman. You know, the British armor is still, well, kind of threatening the German base almost. Yeah, I think a Panzer 4H coming up for the Ostdivision.
Ready for trouble. Completed. Ready for orders.
Pack 40 in a very good position, but that's a lot of fire coming its way.
We must defend our headquarters.
Especially with the Centaur getting shots in with his piston autocannons. Yeah, killing the crew there.
We have lost a peg gun.
Panzer 4H is able to hold this part of the flank though for now. And I think in this engagement the Panzer 4H should have the upper hand. Especially with a pack for support. Germans and not only the sniper on the field, but he's moving away. It's a bit too forward. You're being cut down. That's an expensive loss.
Infantry is dying.
Good Panzer strike shot. Those are the US majors moving up to try and secure the point. More and more EC8s and armors being prepared by the United States. I don't think the German Panzer Grenadiers will be able to hold forever. Double MKB 42 still moving up here very aggressively. Panzer 4H is getting some good shots in. Artillery landing though on the German base. Another Panzer 4H is being prepared by the Ostdivision. I guess the Panzers are finally arriving to deal with the American armor.
Our base is under attack.
And lots of action right here.
Under attack.
And the British is trying to get some repairs done. And the building's not gonna last long. Germans managed to grab the Pack 40 and pulling it back to safety.
Sherman ready to go.
But the Americans are still working on repairing their Shermans.
Big push coming.
And the British are not going to be able to push up that easily. We do see a Firefly arriving as Sherman with a 17-pounder. Generally good for dealing with German tanks at long range. Building goes down finally. Oh, good shot there from Mark 5. Penetrating the Panzer IV frontally at long range. Not the easiest of feats, especially with a 75mm gun. And it does it again. Lots of Panzer IVs to iron the base. Panzer IV opening fire. Not sure what it's aiming for. Looks like it's for the British. Rock's a little bit too widespread. Jumbo and A2 moving up here with some Rangers. So they might try and punch through this part of the German front line, which the Wallonians are trying to shore up the best they can. Quickly falling back, noticing the tanks. We also have Thunder running the A2 now, so it's on anti-infantry duty, while the Jumbo is on anti-tank duty, which is what it specializes at. And the EC8s are pushing through on the other flank. That's just too much firepower here. Panzerfaust going off though.
Our base is under attack.
But there's way too much firepower going out. Goliath spotted and gets taken out. And the Shermans also pushing in the northern flank now. Oh, artillery shells landing too. Do not all the super heavy artillery has been nerfed. I think that is a need a long time. It doesn't do nearly as much damage anymore as it used to. It's still good though, don't get me wrong. Artillery is just not a game winner on its own anymore. Yeah, the German base is falling quickly. Looks like the packs are keeping the Americans at bay on the southern flank though.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
But A2 and in Jumbo's pushing up. That's so many Shermans in this battlefield, holy shit. Not sure what's with all the talk about double teaming being wrong or something. Double teaming should be pretty normal in well, obviously a team game. That's why it's a team game. Like, why shouldn't you be allowed to support your allies, really? Jumbo managed to get close. A2 goes down though. H is down. One 8 has been entrenched though. We'll try and buy them some time.
Unit ready. Ready, set.
I kind of agree with iCarrot here. Like, of course you should help your allies. It's a team game after all.
The enemy is firing on our HQ. We are losing.
Germans are preparing to push in. Lots of EC8s here. That's not going to be something the Germans can hold back. Well, at this point, the match is over. It's just the Germans haven't surrendered yet.
Ready. All ship shape in Bristol fashion.
There we go. Shermans are finally pushing in. March up the Shermans.
Machine gun area for us. Our base is under attack.
So much allied armor. I like to see allied armor in action.
Return fire! Return fire!
Oh, they might be able to get an anti-infantry mine off. Nope, they got cut down. Good attempt though, very brave. But there's just too many Shermans. They're not surrendering yet though for some reason. They're trying to get the Sturmtiger out. Like, I applaud them for their bravery and persistence, but this is not gonna work. There it goes. And that is a lot of Shermans coming out.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
They actually forced them to destroy the whole base. Oh well, I hope you enjoyed this one despite a little bit of talking that went on there. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye bye!